listening to the Dr. Karliee Richardson Show.
I'm going to play something for you. You have to listen to this. Like, you must. Do not go anywhere. If you're cooking, put the spoon down or the fork. You have to listen to this, people. It's pertinent that you do. So important. Very important. No, it's not commercial. You just have to listen. Good stuff. Sounds like we having church up in here.
I'm glad to be here in Roanoke, man. I'm having a blast.
Having church up in here today. Gotta listen, people.
Are you ready? I feel good. I do that all the time. I feel good. I knew that I would.
Hear that voice? Huh? Hear that voice? Oh, yeah. Hello?
Hello.
Is this Richard?
Hello? Yes, it is.
How are you doing? We're just
I'm
listening
fine.
to your cover.
How you doing?
I'm fine. We were just here listening to your cover of James Brown. I feel good.
Oh, really?
Yes. What a
Wow.
voice.
Thank you.
What a voice. Oh, my gosh. So, first of all, let me welcome you to the show.
Well, thank you very much.
You are very welcome, and I'm so pleased to have you here with me and my listeners.
Yeah, glad to be here. It's going to be nice.
Yes. First, let me say this. In my head, and I'm saying it officially, I've told you before, you're my BFF.
Thank you.
And and I'm sticking to my story. Just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, how many brothers and sisters do you have? Do you have siblings?
With as far as dad, with dad, there's different mothers, but there's 6 of us all together. But I have 3 other sisters on my mom's side. And
Big
I'm
family.
actually big family. Big family.
Are you close with your siblings?
Yeah, I'm really close with them. Rain and I are very close. And then I have a sister in Peoria on my mother's side, Yolanda. Me and her are extremely close. But yeah, I'm close to all of my brothers and sisters. I don't talk to Stephen, Kelsey, and Franklin a lot because they're so much younger, and it's been so many years since I've spoke to them, off and on. But it's not like, Rain and I talk, almost every day we speak and stuff like that.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I know you're not, but are any of your siblings a comedian, as your father was?
Rain does stand up, and I have my little brother Franklin does stand up. He goes by Mason Pryor. His name is actually Franklin Mason, but he goes by Mason Pryor on stage, and he does stand up.
I was researching you, and I found an article that was written in 2011, and you stated that at that point in your life, you had just gotten comfortable enough to say you're Richard Pryor Jr. I thought that was so, I thought that was so profound. What made you uncomfortable?
Well, I think it was, a lot of things. One, not being accepted for who you are, people liking you for that name, that was really a big thing. Liking you for the name and everything like that. And then also when you're some people, when you're saying the name or whatever, some people, you feel that some people may think that you're saying it because, your dad was famous. That's why you're saying it. So it's a thing for me, if not just, not saying it, I got to see people's real reaction as far as who they were. And then they would find out, then you would, you already knew that they liked you and they cared about you. But from coming up, from being young and everything, you just didn't know because people were so cruel,
Yes, I agree. But you are not Richard Pryor. You're not the comedian's son because you have made a name for yourself, and you're Richard Pryor Jr., but rightfully so. You have carved a niche for yourself.
Right, I'm trying.
I think you do more than try. I think you do more than try. What was it like growing up in your home with Richard Pryor? Was he funny home as he was in public?
No, my dad was actually very quiet. He would laugh and stuff like that, but telling the jokes and things like that, you never really saw or anything like that. A lot of people, when you tell them about, your dad, he was quiet and, it's kind of bashful and things like that, because they're like, what? But, a lot of people.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. But a lot of people in the industry, as far as comics and everything, a lot of comics were, introverts versus an extrovert and everything like that.
Right.
Unless they're on stage, I'm kind of similar with that way. I'm a little quiet, but if I'm performing or something like that, it's a totally different deal.
I go on your Facebook a lot, but I stay behind the curtains, and and I am tickled when I see you because you look so serious, and sometimes when I see the post that you do and you put LOL, I have to smile. I'm like, wow, he's reposting. He's actually spending time socializing on Facebook. And I just find it so fascinating, So to hear you say your dad was quiet, that's the same image I have of you. So when I see you break out a little on Facebook and post and you do LOL, I'm always fascinated.
Yeah, I guess I see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
I'd love it because it's a way for me to not be somebody else, but to relax and just let my hair down, so to speak, and sometimes I have to watch what I post and stuff like that because sometimes if I'm caught up or I'm upset or something like that, I've got to remember, don't put that on there. You got to be really mindful of, the things that you say sometimes.
Do you know what I do? I
Right.
open a Word document and I type my response and then delete.
Oh, that's kind of good.
Just to get it out my system.
That's kind of good. That's very good.
Just to get it out my system, I'll type it in Word and just delete it. Growing up as the son of Richard Pryor, what is at least one thing that you were challenged with?
Growing up, you said growing up is what now?
Growing up as the son of,
Mm-hmm.
what is one thing that you were challenged with?
I think being younger, I believe a lot of it was being your own person.
Right.
Constantly in that shadow and everything like that. I think that was a major thing, and being able to be yourself and be your own person, and then also not knowing who your which was a big thing for me, is not knowing who your friends actually were.
Right.
I think
True
that was
friends.
like one of the true friends. I think that was actually really the biggest thing with me, was learning that.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was pretty
What is
tough.
of course, had to be. What's your most memorable moment of your father?
I would have to say, well, there's a couple things. I remember I was in a talent show in high school. I think I was a freshman, and he actually came to Peoria to the talent show. So that was like a really nice thing. But I think like one of the most memorable things, I think, was the time we spent together, like in Hawaii, when he had his house in Hawaii. We spend time there and things like that during the holidays, during Christmas and stuff. I think those were the best memories I have.
Away from the public.
Yeah, away from the public.
Yeah.
Just having dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gave your mom, Patricia Price, you gave her credit for keeping you grounded. Can you talk to us about that?
Well, my mother it was a thing where, a lot of times, when I would go to my dad's and things like that, for, the holidays or for during the summer and things like that, you're dealing with, staying in hotels when he was on the road, touring and things like that, where you got to introduce him on stage and the accolades, and all that, and then going to the movie sets and things like that, and then at the house, the housekeepers and the cooks, and then coming back home to mom, and the first thing she says, like, take the garbage out. It's like one of those things, snap out of it. You may have had that, but take this garbage out, So it was a thing that, it was like a great balance, coming up, and then also the work ethic she put in me and things like that. I started working as soon as I turned 16, was able to work, and things like that. So that's where I always have been, so it's never been a thing where I'm waiting for something to be handed to me. I've always worked for it.
She did an awesome job.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
She did an
She's
awesome
my heart.
job.
I see kids these days and everything, hear some people talk about their mothers, I can't stand her and this. I said, boy, I'd do anything to hear my mother argue at me or fuss at me or anything. Now, if she was around, I would love it.
I think this generation is different, though.
Oh, it's totally different.
Yeah. My great-grandmother used to say, we're the generation of vipers. I think she would have had a heart attack just seeing them on the street.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Scary. It's scary.
Very, very
Well,
scary.
we used to have to even worry about, if we did something wrong, if we weren't home, we were going to get in trouble before we even got home from, Miss Emily, whoever was down the street or whatever.
Yes.
And we got home, we was going to get in trouble again. So, but
I don't know
now,
if you take Yeah, I don't know if you take the public transportation, but even there, the language so vulgar and the behavior atrocious.
Yeah, it's horrible here.
Very.
It's things you hear, and I hear the kids the way they're talking, and you look and you have a grandmother, somebody's grandmother sitting right next to them, and they don't think of anything, like it's nothing. Yeah, it's horrible.
Of course not. You did an awesome cover of James Brown, I Feel Good.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you did. I watched it like 5 times, back to back. You did an awesome job. Is he someone you admired in the industry, and was he fortunate to have met you?
I admired him an awful lot. I know that Dad and him, I never had the opportunity of meeting him. And there's the same with Stevie Wonder, because I do a lot of Stevie Wonder covers and things like that. I love doing his songs as well. It's just I like singing anything that's going to be any artist that, if it's nothing of my own, which I'm working on to do, but if somebody can sing with passion and sing with their heart and sing with their soul, that's what I want to do. Because a lot of times I listen to this stuff now, some of this stuff on the radio, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is the hit song.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Like, we have Aretha Franklin, great hits. I wonder what legacy will be left.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't you?
Yes, It's like, shake and twerk it. That's pretty much all they got. It's sad to me. It's sad to me.
Booty shake.
Yeah. Auto-tune. As long as you got auto-tune on there, you're good. It's horrible.
I know. Now, I know you're into jazz.
Mhm.
When did you know you wanted to indulge in jazz? How did you come about?
Well, I think it was it's going to be weird. I was like, of course, I love Billie Holiday. So, it's one of the songs I do is like God Bless the Child, one of her songs I do.
I listened to that.
Oh, thank you. And then Strange Fruit, I love that. I think it was the thing that you could just feel everything in those songs. And, even when the horns came in, you could still feel the flow of those words that were being sang.
Yeah.
It would go right with the music, and the music would just take over, and I just love that. And that was me, hitting, like, oh, this is great. Just listening to it, just the feel of it and the rhythm of it and the heartbeat of it. That's what I love about it.
And I can tell when it hits your soul when you're performing. I can tell.
Yeah, that's the difference. Somebody's like, well, how do you do that? You're kind of quiet. How do you get up on stage? I said, because I just let the music and just, I just go into it and just feel it. Yeah.
I can tell when you enter that zone.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mic sways with your body.
Yeah, I have a thing with that. Yeah.
I said he's in the zone.
Yeah, somebody told me, they said, man, I could tell you were professionally trained. I said, no, I wasn't.
You weren't?
I said, no. I said, I sung in, high school and in the choir and stuff in church and stuff, but I wasn't trained to sing and stuff like that. It was just a thing where it just happened. And I think the further I went along in life, and especially when I moved to New York, was when I gained that confidence and everything. And I think that confidence helped a lot of things that were already there. That confidence helped pull a lot of the other things out that I may not have been able to do or afraid to do or afraid to attempt.
Wow. And that's what I wanted, one of the questions I wanted to ask you after I saw that the cover of God Bless the Child. I think it was an awesome performance, and I wanted to ask you if you also sing gospel, and did you go to church, and are you on the choir? Because when you started singing I Feel Good, I just knew I was in church.
Oh, yeah. When I was waiting on the music, the band and everything, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's something, I was, always saying gospel and stuff like that. I still love gospel and things like that. I think if things were all fit into place in the right way, that I would love to do some more gospel and things like that and do some singing and things like that.
And your voice, yes, you should.
I haven't in a while because I know a lot of things that we do in life and everything that, there is for a purpose and a reason.
Yes.
Whether it's for someone else or for yourself and everything. So I'm open to anything as far as like me performing or anything. So
you should utilize your voice to bless us more.
Oh,
really?
That's a good sign.
No, I'm so serious. When I listen to God Bless the Child, I mean, you sing with soul, you know, and I can understand why someone would ask you if you had voice training because, wow. And to be honest with you, I also thought you did. So that was a shocker for me just now as well.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm doing the right thing, though, at least.
Yes, you are. But you're not doing it good enough because you need to continue with some more gospel.
Yeah, I'll do some more gospel, yeah. I used to do a lot of Daryl Coley. I used to do a lot of his gospel songs and things like that.
Are they on YouTube?
Oh, yeah, Daryl Coley. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
No, you covering the song.
No, none of me doing that on there is on YouTube. No. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna cough to give you the hint.
I know.
You're also an actor, a man of many, 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 many talents, Richard. When did you first begin your acting career?
Well, I've always performed. Even when I was younger, it was, the plays in school and things like that. And my church that I was involved in when I lived in Peoria, we used to do huge productions and things like that. And then coming here to New York, what it was, I think a lot of things, what it was that it's kind of like a weird thing, but my father passing and then my mother passing, it kind of released me to do what I've always wanted to do. I told someone this a couple weeks ago that I said, it's going to sound weird. I said, but my mother dying was actually, she gave me a gift because if she was still around, I'd be still underneath her, underneath her breast there, being coddled and things like that. And it made me branch out and to get out of my comfort zone. So coming to New York and performing and, doing some plays here. I had a couple leads on some plays here. And then last year I did a play called Stirred Crazy, which was about my life. And I played myself and my great-grandmother. And I want to go back in and revamp it and do some more original songs for the play and things like that and redo it and bring it back out again because I love performing on stage live.
You should. You're talented. I wouldn't say talented, I'd say gifted.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much.
Now, I have another question to ask you.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. What can we expect in 2016?
Well, 2016, I have to top my cabaret show from last year I did. I was nominated for a MAC Award here in New York City for my cabaret show. So I'm going to go back in and start working on another show to make this one even better and stronger and funnier and, touching and all those things that embody me. And then working also on a book as well. I have a literary agent, already, so it's me trying to find a publisher and things like that for it. to tell my story as far as the things that I've gone through, being the son of, and how parallel my father's and my lives were coming up. You know, even with the addictions and all those things, how parallel the things we went through, and how I actually survived all of that for a purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're going to use that purpose to bless our hearts.
Yes, I'm going to try my best.
And we're going to hold you to it.
Thank you very much. Hold me to it, definitely.
I definitely am. I want to thank you so much for calling in, and remember, we're BFFs, okay? And
thank
even
you
in my
so
head.
much. Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. I don't, a lot of times you do interviews and people, they're like, okay, I'm going to send you the questions. I don't want to know the questions. I don't want to know what you're going to ask me. You know, because I like, you know, coming from inside, you know, instead of like a prepared statement on each. And I don't like that. So
I
just
don't
do what
either.
it is. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for having me and giving me this opportunity to speak with you and your listeners.
Now, can you tell us where we can find you on social media?
Social media, just look up Richard Pryor Jr. I'm on everything.
Yes,
my
you
Facebook,
are.
I have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the main things where you can actually find me and everything like that. I also have a fan page on Facebook that you can actually check out as well. But, you know, there where we'll be posting everything that I'll be doing and everything like that.
I'll be posting the link to your fan page on my fan page.
Well, thank you so very much.
Yes. Can you leave us with a tune?
Leave you with a tune.
Yes.
Let's see here. I guess I could do a little bit of God Bless the Child.
Yes.
For you. I have no music, so it's going to be kind of tough, but I'll try it. Them that's God shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa he may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. He's got his own. Yes, the strong gets more, while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever make the grade. Mama may have, Papa he may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his own. Money, you got lots of friends crowding around the door. When it's gone and spending ends, they don't come no more. Rich relations give a crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mama may have, Papa he may have, but God, the child that's got his own, that's got his own. There you go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Kind of tough without music to do without music, but.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah, I said I don't dare hit the high notes without music, so.
And you did.
No,
oh.
I didn't hit the high ones.
No?
Yeah. No.
Wow. This has, I feel so privileged. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You are very, very welcome. We really appreciate your time, and we will, be watching you as always. And love you, Richard.
Thank you much. Love you too, BFF. God bless.
God bless. Wow. What a voice. What a voice. I do interviews, or I prefer to say I have conversations. I don't like the interview thing because certain questions I'm just not going to ask. And sometimes when people say stuff, I'm not going to follow through on it. So I prefer to say the conversations that I have with my friends and BFFs who stop by and, call in. And so I truly enjoy this conversation with my BFF, if even in my head. He's awesome. His voice is awesome, and I want to share it with you one more time. One more time. Mr. Pryor. Wasn't his voice awesome? I'd pay any money to go sit down and hear him sing. And I'm going to hold him to it. I truly am. Yep. Truly am. I will pay any money to go hear that man sing. I surely will. Wow. Talented.